I'm Jason Ward. I'm here in Springfield, a beautiful JFK Stadium. It is the Ozarks Pigskin Preview Photo Shoot, the 33rd annual Ozark Pigskin Preview. I'm here with Nathan Glades of the Joplin Eagles. Nathan, thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
So as we, sorry, I pulled the mic away a little early. There you go. So tell us, a little bit about last season. You had 952 all-purpose yards, 698 from line of scrimmage. You were averaging almost 8.5 per carry, which is almost unheard of. How are you going to top that this year?
Well, right now we have a pretty good O-line coming back in. We lost a lot of seniors. We've been practicing really hard. We've been doing a lot of new things, new drills. Me and Zay are starting to get used to each other, our differences, speed and size. And we plan on having a really good season on making sure that we can protect the ball, make sure we get yards on carries, not get negative yards, even if there's people in the backfield. And we just plan on doing the best that we can.
Well, talk a little bit about the offensive line. I mean, running backs always get all the attention because everyone's like, oh, that's the guy running the ball. But unless you've got guys that are really in there and fighting, you're not going to be able to go anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Last year we had a really good set of seniors. They played with each other since freshman year. They were varsity. They were sophomore through senior pretty much, yeah. And when they had block, they would do perfectly. Like, it was just perfect. They didn't miss any of their communications. They'd communicate. They'd make sure that they helped one another. If they saw that another person was gonna fail, they just came over and left their guy for us. If it was pass protection or something, we'd hit their lineman or their linebacker. But anyways, I'm pretty proud of our linemen this year. If without our linemen, we wouldn't be able to do anything, like, at all.
So talk a little bit about, as a running back, knowing those guys are going to hit their marks. How much does that add to your confidence as a runner to know I can run my route, I can go to the hole I'm supposed to go to, and those guys are going to make sure that hole's there?
Well, it's a lot easier when you got people that are like 6'3", 6'2" in front of you when you're only like 5'9", and they're 280 pounds. I mean, shoot, that makes you feel like freaking Jesus walking on water. Then you don't even have to worry about getting touched most of the time. And then when you run through there, it's like, I got this. It's no problem.
Well, I mean, averaging 8.5 yards a carry, you obviously had the holes in the line to get through. So let's talk a little bit more about the kick returning and the punt returning, because that's an entirely different way of seeing the field. So what differences mentally do you make when you're coming out to do a kick return and realizing it's not going to have those big guys right in front of you?
Well, you don't necessarily have the entire O-line and just everybody like sitting still, where they're going to be or not. I can pretty much rely on someone blocking off. We do a lot of special teams work every Thursday for 2 hours. That's all we do is special teams on Thursday. And it's definitely a mind changer that I go through, because when I go to catch the ball, I'm kind of just worried about, I don't want to drop this, or if I'm going to get hit as I catch it. That's like one of the biggest things. Of course, everyone wants to score on one of those. That's awesome.
Right.
And then with me and Zach back there, Zach's freaking great. We'd be good. Me and him both, we just do good together.
So if you look back over your last season, obviously you had a lot of highlights, but for you personally, what was the one play that stands out in your mind as you look at last season? What's the first play that comes to your head?
One of my touchdowns against Republic, my 91-yard one. I was running we were doing outside zone Raiders. Tyler Smith, our commit that went to South Dakota, he had a pancake on the outside. Maurice on the right side went up and hit one of the linebackers, and I just hit the hole and I was gone. And having Zay, I mean, that's easy, because Zay's a big guy. He blocked for me anytime.
And so you just blew the secondary completely away.
Is stick and stem. That's all we practice. That's all we practice in practice. Is just stick and stem. Make full speed cuts. You just don't get tackled.
What was your most satisfying win last year?
Kirkwood. Kirkwood was probably most satisfying, because it's our district game. We're going in to play against one of the best teams in the nation, and it was just satisfying because to see Zay do great and me be able to watch him do great, and then watch our entire team do great. That was my best. That was my best game that I like watching.
And knocking him off didn't hurt at all either.
No, it did not. It felt really good, actually. There's a lot of trash talking going on when it was happening. So.
Well, now I'm sure Coach Jasper always says take one game at a time and never look too far down the road. But, okay, come on, between us, let's face it. You're a human being. You're a football player. You look at that schedule, and there's got to be somebody whose butt you want to kick. What game are you really looking forward to this year?
Webb City. We want to beat Web City. That's the one team right now that we want to beat. And then of course when we get into the semis, we want to beat CBC if they're in there with us this year. And just Web City is like one of our biggest rivals. And last year we could have beat them, but we just weren't mentally focused at all. It's like we had the physical talent and the speed and stuff. We just didn't have the mental.
Well, I mean, first of all, thanks for being honest enough to admit that. A lot of guys would not be able to say, hey, we could have had a chance. But, how does that make you feel after the game to know you had a shot to win it, but you weren't as focused as you can be? I mean, how do you not beat yourself up so much that it carries over the next game?
Because I know that week 2 is not what we're looking for. We're looking for way down the road, looking for a state championship ring. I'm not worried about. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be awesome if we beat Web City. That's awesome. But if we can win a state championship, doesn't matter if we beat them or not. They can say, "Oh, we beat you guys." That's fine. You can say you can beat us. You beat us in week 2. I'm proud of you.
That's when you hold up your hand, point to the ring, and say, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, what do you think your chances are to pick up that ring this year?
I think we have a lot of talented. We have kids my age, juniors, that are coming up that I think can step up into the shoes of some of the seniors that left. They're very coachable. They're being coachable. They're playing hard, fast, effort. If you give effort, I mean, you can't really coach anything about that.
Right.
If you have a really good talented player but no effort, then it's not going to take you anywhere. You're not going to have a good season.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Coach Jasper and the coaching staff. Obviously, with younger players, there's going to be a lot more pressure on them to make sure that their system gets taught. And talk about him as a coach and how he has helped you grow as a player.
Oh, he's awesome. He's just constantly asking me how my day is, even in the mornings when I don't want to talk because it's 6 in the morning and we have to run. Oh, that's the worst. Pace days and stuff. He's awesome. Treats us like family. Constantly talks to us all the time. It's not just about football. He doesn't yell at us if we do something wrong. He talks to us about it because when you see a coach and they yell all the time, but that doesn't show you anything.
Nobody's ever learned anything from having someone yelling in their face, have they?
Exactly. No, not ever. I've never had a coach yell at me and me learn something. And actually, I've never had coaches that purposely yell at me. I actually like Coach Jasper because he's calm, and then if he does get mad, he doesn't completely yell, but he understands what happened, and then he talks to you about it, and you understand with him, and then you don't back talk with him.
And it's the kind of thing that when you see him get mad, you've really done something, right?
Exactly. Big guy coming at you. When he gets mad, you just have the respect for him, not to because you did something wrong. You just have that respect level for him.
Well, now this is just between us. This isn't going to be on the internet or anything. Not like we're taping this for everyone to see. What drill do you absolutely hate to do?
If I'm being honest, I don't really hate any drills. I love practice. I love all my drills. Yeah.
You actually love up downs.
Yes, I do. I actually do because I know it makes me better. Makes me out of breath, so I'm at least getting some endurance.
You realize your coach is now. Oh, really? You're gonna get so called out in practice for this now.
That is perfectly fine with me, as long as it makes us better, dude. I just want to win a state championship this year.
Well, thank you very much for coming in, and Nathan Glaze, congrats on being selected the Magnificent 11.
Thank you.
We are here at JFK Stadium. It's the 33rd annual Ozarks Pigskin Preview. I'm Jason Word.